Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm really scared. I don't want to be in a situation like Ariana Grande.
This is How Much Should I Spend,
where we test a product at various price points to let you know which is the best value for your money. Today, Celia is here and she is going to be trying out 4 different hydrating foundations for us because I have oily skin, so I had to call in some backup.
I'm the backup.
So let me tell you the foundations that I am going to have you try. We're gonna try out the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth, Physicians Formula The Healthy Foundation, Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation, and the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. So you have 4 of like the best hydrating foundations ever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I don't know what I'm talking about. So out of all 4 of these foundations, what exactly are you looking for?
I'm looking for a foundation that will be hydrating but won't get oily.
Okay.
And then I'm also looking for a foundation that will last me throughout the entire day and night, because that is my major problem.
So I'm gonna leave Celia to it. She will be wearing these foundations and vlogging for you guys, and then you'll see me when she decides on a winner.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Today I'm trying the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth Foundation. This foundation has SPF in it, which is great, and it says that it hydrates and smooths skin texture, which let's hope so, because I still have these pimples. Let's put it on. So I'm gonna start with my moisturizer. I'm not using a primer with these foundations. I'm just using my moisturizer and the same setting powder. So I'll put it on my hand and then I'll dot it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm really scared. Oh my God. I don't want to be in a situation like Ariana Grande. I'm really gonna go in with the lightest possible concealer I've ever owned. So far, I really like this foundation. I think it looks really nice on my skin. I think I look very fresh-faced, but covered, and it hasn't really set into any of this dryness right here, which foundation usually doesn't even cover, so I'm very happy about that.
Hey guys, it's the end of the day, and this is what the foundation looks like. I feel like it really hasn't separated on my face. It's really not in a ton of my crevices and sticking to my dry patches. Like, I am very, very happy with it. I feel fine still wearing this. Like, I could go out and talk to people and feel fine still wearing this, and it's 11 p.m. So I've had this on for over 10 hours now, so that's really, really impressive, and I'm very, very happy with this foundation.
Today we're trying out the Healthy Foundation from Physicians Formula. Kathleen Lights is one of my favorite beauty influencers, and she loves this foundation, so I'm hoping it works for me too. This foundation is $15.99, which I think is very expensive for the drugstore. Basically, it has SPF 20, which is interesting. The applicator doesn't really hold that much product, like at all. Whereas I feel like with a Tarte Shape Tape like that, doe foot applicator holds a lot of concealer. This is I have to keep going back into the bottle to get more foundation. My first impressions of this foundation are I really like it everywhere but my nose. And I feel like that's a constant consensus. I don't think it's awful on my nose, it's not great. My nose is just this big problem area and no one can fix it, okay? I don't know what to do. But besides my nose, I think it looks really good everywhere else. I feel very dewy and very glowy and natural, and I really like that look.
Hi guys, so it's the end of the day, and this is how the Physicians Formula foundation is looking. I did go to the gym, so keep that in mind when looking at this final look of this foundation. Obviously this pimple it's ruining my life. But she popped today. So, you know, that's just really good. I think from far away, I think it looked beautiful. I think, like, when I was looking at myself in the mirror without, like, looking really close, I think it looked really nice. But then when I started to get close, I could see that it's, like, just sort of around here, just sort of was, like, sitting on top of my skin and not really, like, blending in. You could just see that I was, like, wearing foundation. It was getting a bit cakey. But look how glowy I look. Like, I still look pretty glowy.
The next hydrating foundation we're trying is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I love the original foundation, but it always at the end of the day started to crack and separate on me, and I never understood why until I realized that I'm stupid and it's a matte foundation. I have dry skin. So I am very, very, very excited to try the hydrating foundation from Fenty. So let's put this baby on my face. Please don't steer me wrong. I want to love you. Hello. Oh, she spit out. Wow, it really does look like my skin. I'm really liking it so far. We were saying that I sort of look like a Glossier model, like very natural and dewy, like I'm not wearing foundation, but my skin is just perfect. So I really like that look. You know, I'm not complaining. So far, this foundation has not disappointed me. I am very happy. I'm so excited. I actually really like the way that it looks. My only tiniest issue is that it's collecting a little bit in my nose, but that literally happens with every foundation, and I think it's just my nose. I don't know what's wrong with it. It just does it.
Hi guys, so it's literally like 3 a.m. I just woke up with the lights on and I'm still wearing the Fenty foundation. So I guess we can really see if it works or not. I just went and looked in the mirror and this foundation is still on, has barely separated or like went into my crevices of dry skin. I am amazed. Please take a look. I'm gonna go wash this off now, but I'm gonna put it back on tomorrow because I'm that obsessed with it.
Today is the last day of testing hydrating foundations, and we are trying the most expensive one, which is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. It is $64, which is way out of my price range, but it's a cult favorite, so I'm very excited to try it out today. So there's this thing that happens once a month where Mother Nature is just like, screw you, Celia, and she made my face look like this. So I'm really not gonna test the foundation on how well it covers these problem areas because they're already so dry that it's gonna look dry no matter what. So I'm really just gonna test it on how it looks on the areas that don't have a massive breakout. I do think from far away it really looks like my skin and it gives me a very glowy, natural like sheen. But up close I'm seeing that it is looking a little bit cakey, not even in the areas that I was worried about, but also like up by my eyebrows and my forehead. So that's a little worrisome right off the bat. Honestly, now that I have all of my makeup on, I feel pretty much the same. I think it looks really nice from far away, but when you get up close, you can see that it's a bit cakey. It literally just looks like, okay, she has skin and then she has a layer of foundation on top of it, which I don't love, but it's definitely not the worst it's ever been. So it's like, okay, I look good from far away, just stay back there and don't come any closer.
So it's the end of the day. It is 11:24. I put on the foundation at around 12, so it's almost been 12 hours and I've been to the gym. So let's take a closer look at this foundation. So as you can see, it's really caked up around my chin area, my nose area. It feels like it has looked like this since this morning, except now it is like super dry and patchy down here, whereas like I would not want to go out and like talk to people right now. Like I would have to take my makeup off and start all over again if I wanted to leave the house again. Definitely not the best one so far.
I am back with Celia. Hello, Celia.
Hello, Nico.
I am dying to see which one of these lovely hydrating foundations is our number one.
So am I, because I'm not sure.
You don't know yet?
It's so hard.
Okay, well, Well, why don't we start off by you telling us the worst?
This is gonna be a hot take. So, the worst out of the 4, for me personally, was the Giorgio Armani. The most expensive, which is actually good. You know, I can save money. You know, I don't need to rebuy this.
True.
It just started to cake up.
Yeah. So now that you've told us which one was the worst, I feel like you can tell us which one was your winner.
I'm between 2, and it's like down to the nitty-gritty, like a few details. But I think my favorite is, drumroll, the Fit Me! Yeah, the Maybelline. I had to go with this one because it was hydrating but not oily and wore the longest out of all of them. Yeah, it just was the best. It really was.
$7.99.
Yeah.
Our $7.99.
That's perfect. That's great for me.
It's gonna be a good winter for you and your skin.
It really will be. Like, a better life.